I'm working on this piano sonata, opus 49, number 2. You know that one? Which uses the same exact tune as the third movement of the Beethoven septet, doesn't it? The tune is identical, so should it be the same or?
Almost identical. Almost. A lot of little differences there. For me, the septet version in this country band is a little more rip snorting than on the piano.
Well, you have those syncopations, right? That are in the viola part. You go first. And it's interesting because in the piano sonata, there's no articulation marking in the left hand, and you often hear these sort of kind of dreamy performances that are like, and I'm not sure that's right.
I'm not sure either, although the scope of the two pieces maybe tells us something too. That in the sonata, it's like we're looking out on a broad landscape we're going to walk across and keep returning to this theme. In the septet, it's more get in, get out. Here's the country dance. You show up, you grab your partner, you whirl around, then you're off to the caviar and beer table for a little refreshment. I guess probably
Caviar and beer.
That's an interesting juxtaposition. But since we're talking about contrast, I guess that works.
If it's between two slow movements in the septet, but just after a fast movement in the sonata, do you think that affects the tempo?
I think it implies a contrast.
And the question I keep coming back to about this that may shed light on it is, why transport this tune from one to the next? Remembering that the septet was his smash hit. Everybody knew it. Organ grinders outside your window, cranking away this tune. And with the later opus number, you look at it and you think, well, he wanted to capitalize on a big hit and bring this tune that everybody would know into a sonata, which would make it almost a joke.
But the story is more interesting than that. It turns out, from what I understand, Adam, and correct me if I'm wrong, Opus 49, number 2, is actually an old piece, an early piano sonata that Beethoven had more or less thrown away. And when he was writing the septet, he remembered this great tune that he had in it, and he grabbed it from that trash sonata and moved it into here.
Whoa. Trash sonata, Doug?
Well, he's using it as a junkyard for themes. And then his brother, Caspar von Beethoven, unscrupulously takes the sonata to a publisher, and now it's in the world and there's nothing he can do about it.
Which is probably a good thing, right? It's a good thing
good for
Caspar
us.
did it.
In my mind, it's a great thing. But you're right, it is sonata number 20 in the catalog, but it's not at all actually that. In fact, it's one of the first sonatas. And you can tell by the texture that it's really almost Mozart or Haydn sonata.
To me, it's a little bit like when you hear one of Mahler's songs show up in his symphony. You're delighted that you recognize the music, but you want it to be different also. It's a different setting, a different context, and possibly a slightly different meaning.